What's up guys, welcome to Man About Cake. I'm your host Joshua John Russell, and this week we're gonna continue with our Halloween theme by making some creepy eyeball flowers. I'm gonna build a 3-tiered cake filled with Halloween candy and finish it with some scary airbrushing. Did you really cut holes in my tablecloth? Who's under there?
It's not me.
Not me. Not me.
Let's make some eyeballs, because why not? It's Halloween. I'm gonna start with a little bit of gum paste. I'm gonna roll this out, and we're gonna put it over our styrene cones here. We use, oh, not cones. That's not a cone, it's a sphere. That's what I meant to say, styrene sphere. There's a giant hair in here. Whose hair is falling out? Which one of you kids? It's the life of an artist. Oh my God. Did you turn that light off?
Whoa, did the light go off?
Are you guys screwing with me?
Is that what that was?
A light just went off. Well, it came back on now.
Which light was it?
That one right there.
No.
Like, I like scary things, but I don't want to be scared. You guys cut it out. This is going to be the center of our flower. This is going to actually be the eyeball. So I'm going to paint it with a little bit of piping gel so that our piece of gum paste sticks. We use our biggest cutter here. I'm not gonna worry about it covering the whole thing because we're gonna make this a chrysanthemum. So you'll have all these petals that come around that kind of look like eyelashes. It's gonna be so ridiculous.
Joshua, I was just thinking, that light thing, that might have been the ghost of Man About Cake.
Do you think the studio's haunted or something?
I mean, you know you're not the first host of Man About Cake, right?
Wait, there was somebody before me?
Yeah.
Who?
He died.
C-cam fell out of the sky and hit him in the head.
That's gonna...
Moments before we were supposed to roll the first thing.
Shut up.
He died right where you're standing.
You're a liar.
In fact, that was exactly 2 years ago today.
I don't believe it. That would be my death. The arch nemesis camera say just... All right, so I'm actually gonna make the marks for my eyes as well. For the eye and the pupil. Iris. Yeah. So I'm just gonna make a small embossing. Yes. Brandon's favorite word. So then I have a perfect circle when I paint it. And then for the pupil, I'll make a little embossing with the end of this tip. So there. For the bigger guy, I'm gonna make this into like a monster eye, kind of like a cat or dragon eye, I guess. So I'll have like that sort of almond shape. So I'm just gonna make the iris part. All right, now I'm gonna grab my powder paint and my confectioner's glaze, and we're gonna paint these guys. So I've got a little confectioner's glaze in the wash, and I have a multitude of colors. I've got a little red so we can make like some blood. It's gonna be gross, but it's Halloween. So I'm gonna hydrate a little bit of this blue color. These aren't gonna be hyper realistic eyes. They're gonna be more like cartoonish eyes.
It's like Brandon when he sees a steak.
And you go, that's Brandon every time we have lunch. Okay, so I'm gonna start just by painting inside here. We're gonna paint on the pigment and then we're gonna take some of it away. We want it to kind of look creepy.
Do you guys feel that?
James.
Feels cold in here all of a sudden.
This place is not haunted. This is a happy place for cakes. And if it is haunted, the person haunting it is really sweet.
I hope you're right, man. I'm starting to get a bad feeling.
Keep that bad feeling to yourself. Am I blocking your shot, Brandon?
Yeah, if you can tilt it a little bit more.
It's hard because I gotta look at it at the same time.
The original Man About Cake host never hid the work from me.
I am the original. You guys are liars. Let's do the pupil now. I'm gonna hydrate a little bit of the black powder. All right, so there's the pupil. I got some color on the rest of it. That's what the wash is for. We can get that off just by rubbing it out. This makes my eyes hurt. I feel it's like someone's painting my eye. It's really weird. What?
What was that?
I quit. Who did that? That is not funny.
I didn't see it. Yeah.
They're all here. How about that? Who did that for real?
I didn't even see. I don't even know what you're talking about. I was looking through this camera.
Now I'm gonna stare at it the whole time. You guys are freaking me out, dude. Back to the glaze. Okay.
Joshua, I'm not kidding, man. I really do think the place is haunted.
You're all lying. You're liars. All right, so I'm gonna paint the outside with confectioner's glaze so it looks really shiny. Now I have to keep looking at it. We got someone in here. All right, so then I'm gonna take a little bit of red. This is gonna be really gross, you ready?
Love it.
Oh, it's gonna get grosser, wait.
Looks like my eyeballs when I sleep with my contacts in.
We'll just do it on one side. And we'll take a little bit of the wash, and when you hit it, it like spreads out. Ew, it's so gross.
I want to get that looked at.
All right, so once this dries, I'm gonna wash over it with confectioner's glaze probably 2 or 3 more times so it's really super shiny, looks like a real eye. But now we'll move on to make our monster eyeball. All right, so I'm gonna take a little bit of glaze. We're gonna go into the green here. This one's gonna be sort of like, I guess a cat eye. Okay, oh, that made a weird noise too. Everything's so creepy today. I love it. All right, so we're gonna try to get like green on the outside and the rest of the iris to be a yellow color. All right, so now I'm gonna take some of that off with, oh no, 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 no. Dude, that's not funny. Who, for real, who did that?
Wait a second. The first host's favorite food was chocolate chips.
Shut up, I'll show your chocolate chips. Here, happy Halloween.
Oh, that's just gonna make him more mad.
I'm keeping the jar right there, how about that? Can I finish this eyeball, please? That really scared the poop out of me, for real. That wasn't funny. Let's carry on. All right, so I'm gonna take some of this away. This actually kind of, it will blend it and make it look super extra creepier. Cool, and now we'll do this yellow limey color. Stare at that jar. Maybe it's just the jar is haunted. I've had that jar for like a year though. It's never moved.
Sure that's your jar?
It's my jar, stop it.
Wasn't that jar here when Russell, Josh, Jonathan was here?
Who's that?
It was the first man about K-Coast.
There's not one, that's a lie.
Oh, Russell Josh would argue with that.
He liked the studio really cold.
Hey, I like the studio really cold.
Yeah, but he liked it so cold, legend has it, when he died, the skin decomposed on his face and preserved his bones perfectly.
What?
That's what the legend is. We all know it.
You know, I didn't believe it at first, but then I saw him.
You saw him, Nate?
I did.
Where?
It was a new reflection of a cake pan.
Cake pans don't reflect, A, and B, that was funny. I'll give you that one. And you guys are all liars. All right, so I'm gonna let this dry for a minute and then we'll paint our little pupil on. So in the meantime, I'm gonna give it some glaze on the outside. And I'll mix a tiny bit of red in here just to make it look a little bit bloodshot. Okay, now we'll do his pupil. Ooh. All right, now it's time to build our flowers around the eyeballs. Let's go, guys. We're gonna make some flower lashes with these fun chrysanthemum cutters. So I've got a piece of purple. This is gonna go around our blue eye. That's really sticky still. I'm gonna roll it out with some cornstarch. Things on set today are just very strange. So we're gonna cut this guy out. There's a plunger cutter in here, so if I push in, I can get this little impression, but I don't wanna do that. I just want it to be flat. So I'll cut this guy out. Whoa, it's like he floated over there. It's the ghost, right, guys? It was probably the ghost. Hey, it was probably the ghost.
Don't keep mocking Russell.
They're all liars. They're Halloween liars. Hey, what are you dressed up for Halloween, Brandon? A liar. All right, so we're gonna take one of these Dresden tools. We're gonna pull out first to lengthen the petals. You guys, I'm really freaked out. Stop. Thought there was like fishing line on it or something. All right, so now I'm gonna take a little bit of glue and we're gonna glue them together. So you have multiple petals. Then we're gonna glue it onto the eyeball. So I'm gonna put a little around. We're gonna bring it about halfway up the petals so they'll stick to the eye. So I'm gonna put this in a plastic cup with a hole in it so the wire can sink down. So like that. So then I'll dry just like that. Now we're gonna do the large one. We're gonna make the monster flower now. So I've got this piece of like neon green color. We're gonna use the same cutter but in the larger size. All right, same idea. Pull out and then pull back in. Let's glue these together. So this outside one I want to really stick around the eyeball, so I'm gonna put a lot of glue on all the petals. That's rad. Now it's time to put our cake together. All right, we're gonna break down a 6-inch vanilla round cake. All right, I'm gonna clean up my crumbs and we're gonna fill this with vanilla buttercream and Halloween candy. By the way, if you guys want any of the recipes you see me make, click the eye up there or they're in the description box below. And while you're down there, subscribe. I want to hear a catch, Brendan. Nate!
You gotta lock it.
James! Looks good, doesn't it? All right, I'm gonna get this guy in the cooler, then we'll cut him, crumb coat him, fill him. All right, now we're gonna cover the cake in white fondant. I'm gonna roll this to 1/8 of an inch thickness. All right, the last decoration we're gonna make is kind of like this creepy forest. So I'm gonna make pieces of wood in this dark gray color. And then on the cake, we're gonna airbrush like a sunset, and then we're gonna airbrush all of this black. It's gonna be creepy.
Did you know when Russell died,
Oh God.
the last thing that happened was his hand just kind of moved around a bit. It was pretty badly mangled, but
You actually believe I'm gonna believe this?
nah, you don't have to believe it. It's true.
Anyways, to the real things happening. I've rolled out this long sort of carroty thing. It's gonna look kind of like a scary branch. And then I have this mat here that's got wood grain texture. Really cool. So I'm gonna roll it over there and then I'm gonna actually put some extra texture in with the Dresden tool. This isn't even real. Wait a minute. That's glaze blood. That's totally blood. Get out of here. I knew it was you guys the whole time. Try to scare me. I was a little scared. just when the jar fell over. How did you do that?
I honestly didn't do that one.
I didn't do it. Did you do it, Brandon?
You guys are totally
There was a jar bit?
Guys are so funny. All right, I got some good marks in here, so what we'll do is kind of give it a little bit of creepiness, a little life. Ooh, spooky. So I'm gonna make a bunch of these in all different shapes, and then we'll stack our cake, glue them all on. I'm stacking the cake with bubble tea straws. All right, I'm gonna glue these guys on with chocolate and a little freeze spray. Now I'm gonna airbrush a creepy sunset in the middle and on the back, and then we're gonna airbrush black all around our creepy forest. If you're new to airbrushing, I have a friend who has a really great tutorial with great tips. Her name is Dawn Butler. It's in the description box below. You'll learn a lot, it's a good class. Actually, you guys can win one of these airbrush machines. The details of the contest are in the description box below, and somebody's gonna win at the end of the season. All right, it's time to add our eyeball flowers. Let's do it like that. Ooh, creepy. They look so creepy. Our eyeball flower cake is complete and she's so rad, I love her. Don't forget guys, if you wanna win the airbrush machine that I used, enter the contest in the description box below. While you're down there, hit subscribe. And next week, we're celebrating Day of the Dead on our Halloween Day episode. Guys, I know this is fake. Right, now we're gonna cover the cake.
Oh my god, he sounds like Russell.
Shut up. Was he Australian?
He was.
This fake person y'all just made up?
You're right.
He's not fake.
Russell, Josh,
Oh.
Jonathan.
Well then,
Google him.
let's get going.
I would Google him, but actually I just want to cover this cake.
Blood.
Alright, great.
Is that rolling?
All right, same idea. Pull out and then pull back in.
Man, something is not right today.
What?
I just broke that.
Have you ever broken one of those before?
Nope.
That's the kind of sandwich you eat when your girlfriend breaks up with you.
That's a breakup sandwich right there. Good old Halloween breakup sandwich.